Hey guys, I want to thank you very much for being part of the show today. I have got Dave Tabor, the Innovative Safety Solutions Director for Mighty Line. He is the gentleman that is going through and creating topics for not only myself for the warehouse safety tips, but he's also doing a Mighty Line Monday Minute. So, Dave, I just want to introduce you and ask you what was the reason that you started looking at Mighty Line.
Hey, thanks, Wes. Good to have you here and good to be with you and everyone out there. I was attracted to Mighty Line for several reasons. One is I've had a lifelong passion in safety, and I'm hoping that in what I'm doing here will extend to those who listen and get involved with Mighty Line so that they can improve their workplaces and employees can go home safely. When I first met with a Mighty Line management, I just felt that they were really on point with their direction, not only from a business standpoint, marketing standpoint, and a product standpoint, but more importantly, and critical to me, was that they had a vision about safety. And it was my desire to work with an organization that was really going to drive safety in terms of their products and what they're about and what they can deliver to employees in the workplace.
Well, that's awesome. You know, it's been so nice. This last month, you provided tips for going through, and we had 5 weeks in January. So you had an entire series that kind of went together for me. In the past, I have kind of just, pick and choose things that if I look in the rotation and see that, I talked about that, months ago, it's time to revisit it, whether it be PPE or making sure that all lanes are uncluttered, for evacuations or just day-to-day traffic or things like that. You're providing the safety topics has been just absolutely invaluable because not only are you a actual safety guy, in your past and current positions, but it gives me the ability to kind of really broaden the ideas that I had for doing things, because you and I both do a very high level tip series in the form of the Wednesday warehouse safety tips, and then you do the Mighty Line Monday Minute. So what we're doing is now kind of keeping safety top of mind for people 2 days a week. And my hopes is that in addition to people like yourself and our other friend from the Safety Pro podcast, Blaine J. Hoffman, that we're able to kind of bring a lot of safety people into the fold and allow people to have that safety top of mind as much as we can throughout the week, so that, like you said, the most important thing, and I bring it up so many times, in the last, I think this week was 217 episodes in a row. Our whole goal is to make sure that people arrive at a safe location and leave from a safe
Sure.
location, to their family. So I can't thank you enough,
Oh,
for not only coming on the Mighty Line and helping them, from a very high level of getting standards and everything, but just like I said, the help with the warehouse safety tips and the
sure.
stuff that you're doing with the Mighty Line Monday Minute.
No, I'm happy to be here and happy to help Wes. And, one of the things I enjoy doing and in working with you is working from themes, and I think the idea of having a monthly theme to work from is really helpful, really critical, and gives us a chance to dive a little deeper into each of those subject areas. So the issues of hazard and risk, that you were covering, I think are great. Some of the issues I'm working on currently on life safety are important to me personally. And I'm kind of reflecting back upon when I first got into safety, because when I first started in the field of safety, I worked with the Industrial Commission of Ohio Division of Safety and Hygiene. And in that group, they tended to work from themes on a regular basis that they were providing to operations throughout the state of Ohio. And they continue to do that. I always felt it was useful when you get down at the supervisory level to have a theme to work from. And even though I've got many years of experience in this field, sometimes you don't always know who's listening to your podcast. So in this case, we've got owners, we've got operators, and we've got employees, and we've got customers in the public. So that's a broad group of people there we're speaking to. And we've got to make this interesting and deal with this at various levels. So I'm excited to be here, excited to be with Mighty Line, and glad to be working with you, Wes, too.
Well, I can't. I appreciate that. I really hope that we're able to foster a safety culture with people to where it almost gamifies the safety at a location. I mean, there's simple things like I can't tell you how many times during the show that we just attended in Las Vegas for the World of Concrete, they were talking about how does it stand up to tote motors and lift trucks, and the real question there isn't can a lift truck drive over your product. The underlying question is always will it work if they drag their forks or their skids over it. And that is really a training issue more than it is a product issue. Even paint will come up if you drag a skid or a fork over it enough times.
Yeah.
So I think that if people would get into a mindset where they know the reason why they're not supposed to do that, and it goes way beyond keeping our product nice. It goes into other things like, if you're traveling around like that, if you stop, you may very well lose your load,
Yeah.
because you don't have your forks tilted. And so there's a lot of reasons, to do that beyond the fact that every time you go over a line that is either, a Mighty Line safety stripe or a painted stripe or a competitor's paint
Yeah.
or safety stripe, you're going to rip it up eventually just because of the fact that nothing, can withstand that after time. But I just think that, the tips that we're giving hopefully foster that culture so that people know that sort of stuff, the PPE stuff. I always say, it doesn't matter, that you're doing it. It's the fact that you're doing it because you know the reason why you're doing it. It's not because the boss is looking. It's not because you think you're going to get in trouble if someone sees it. It's because it's there to keep you safe.
Yeah, I think
So
what we're talking about here is overall operational excellence.
yeah,
And, safety excellence is part of operational excellence. So, whether it's operations, Six Sigma, 5S, safety, service, quality, all of those elements all must work together.
right,
So some of the things you're talking about there are part of operations. So, you can walk into an operation and see when you've got an excellent safety culture. And it's very, very apparent. And it's both by the way they operate and the way that they treat their employees and the way that safety is paid attention to. So once you get all of those elements all working together, you're not going to have some of the problems that you have that you're speaking about, because operators will know how to drive over lines and use lines that have been put down for a purpose and make sure that they're used for the intended purpose, and they understand what the risks of moving pallets would be to that particular product. In the case of most warehouses, they've got things organized so that this shouldn't be a problem, and they've got the right product for the right place, and the training that goes along with it. So I'm excited to factor into this in all ways that I can, from whether it's product development, product research, testing, and assurance that they're being used appropriately and that people are trained and that we've got the programs in place. And Wes, with you there to get people focused and excited about safety, I think the one thing you bring to bear here is enthusiasm. And that is critical in this field, to get people motivated to do the right thing. And I think together we're going to make that happen.
well, I'm very much looking forward to another, 217 weeks and beyond, of doing it with Mighty Line. And I know that are we at 4 this week, or was this 5 for the Monday Minute?
I think we're up to 6.
Oh, is it
I'm
6?
working
Okay.
on it today. Yes.
Oh, 6. So 6. I thought I knew it was 5. So you're working on 6, right?
I believe so. I don't look at the numbers. I just keep working,
Well,
get
and that's the
get
thing.
the product out. And, I'm trying to create some enthusiasm about not just the products, but about what we do in our everyday lives. I mean, we're here for a reason, and it's to make life better for others and safer, and have people go home to their families and enjoy the fruits of our labor. So I'm excited to be able to do that, and I'm hoping we can uh, get a lot more accomplished, in the days and years, months ahead.
Well, we will. Well, Dave, I can't thank you enough for being on today. I look forward to working with you. And if anybody out there has got any questions about safety, if you want to be on the show with either one of us, by all means, get in touch with us at the mightyline.com website. And then beyond that, just have a great day. And on behalf of myself and Dave, we can't thank you enough for letting us be part of your safety plan.
Well, thanks for having me on today. I appreciate it, Wes. Look forward to
Absolutely.
everything.
All right. Bye bye, guys.
Take care.